Giants return home tonight after a 6-0 road trip through Denver and through Chicago. And tonight it's game one of a 4-game series. It's the Padres, it's the Giants. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, home of the authentic fan. I'm Dwayne Kuiper along with Mike Krukow. Mike, we haven't seen Yu Darvish since the beginning of the season. Really haven't seen the Padres since the beginning of the season. But the one thing we notice about Darvish is here's a guy that can hang around 96, 97. But he doesn't always throw the fastball a lot.
No, he doesn't. I mean, he's kind of a slider guy. I mean, you think about all the ththings he can do with the baseball: slider, curveball, changeup, split. 2 types of fastball, but he doesn't trust the fastball, even at that velocity. Interesting to note, 6-1. That's how he started out this year. And then when they changed the rule and limited the spin rate, his ERA has been 5.59. The last 14 starts, he's only won 2 games.
So it'll be Dominic Leone who leads the Giants out of the dugout. And let's take a look at the lineup that he'll be facing. And it's brought to you by your GMC Bay Area dealers. And it'll be Grissom and then Tatis. 38 big flies. That leads the National League, followed by Frazier, Machado, and Hosmer. This is still a good lineup. Tommy Pham is going to hit in the 6th slot. Then it's Myers, Caratini, and the pitcher, Yu Darvish.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be Dominic Leone. This will be the 3rd time that he has been an opener. In those previous 2 starts, he's had 3 clean innings, and with the average fastball in the high 90s. That's what you're going to face when you see him. Everything's a hard release, a mid-90s fastball, mid to high 90s fastball, 2 types of movement. He's got a cutter and a slider, and how he uses them, and you'll see he likes that slider cutter combination about as much as he likes the fastball. So he likes to stay in the corner too. When he's right, he can paint on both sides of the strike zone with all of his pitches.
The Padres coming in after getting swept in Los Angeles. The Dodgers swept them in a 3-game series.
Right now, let's check out the Giants defense. It's brought to you by Geico. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Ruff, Yastrzemski, and Wade Jr. Wade with the best arm in right field. Crawford, Longoria will patrol the left side of the infield. Listella and Belt on the right side. Kurt Casale, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs. Putting down the signs for 29-year-old Dominic Leone.
By the way, the transaction today is Jose Quintana was reinstated from paternity list, and Mauricio Dubon optioned back to AAA. Our daily Giants transaction. And sometimes we're shocked that there was only one.
I wonder if we're leading the league in transactions.
I think so.
We got to be close.
You got to be on your toes if you're part of the Giants PR department. So here's Trent Grisham facing Dominic Leone for the first time, and there's a fastball to start the ball game.
96-mile-an-hour out of bed fastball.
Grisham hitting .242, 14 home runs, 53 runs batted in. Swing and a foul. Game time, 6:46. A minute late. Temperature 66 degrees.
That's all right.
First day back. Got to get into a rhythm. Up the middle. On the backhand, Listella to Belt, and that's how this game gets started.
Nice play with Listella going to his right. Is this easy for a second baseman to open it up, going to your right, having to come across?
I mean, it's not a great play, Mike, but if you're a second baseman in the big leagues, this is a play that you got to be able to make. And Listella does a good job.
Well, he sends speed back to the Padres dugout with this effort. And he got that ball right at the shoe tops. Still comes up throwing a strike over to Belt.
I might have flipped that to Johnny LeMaster just for fun.
You would have.
Here's Tatis, who swings and pops this one up for Belt. Belt doing the pop-up dance. Shades of the baby giraffe in Milwaukee about 10-15 years ago.
A bit awkward, but beautiful.
Tatis not wasting any time.
He was up there looking for one thing against Leone. He got it and just missed it.
He's thrown 4 pitches. Here's the former Pirate Adam Frazier, an all-star this year with the Pirates. He started at second base for the National League, and he takes a strike. I guess, Mike, the reason that Dominic Leone is so good at this is he throws strikes. There's your umpires: Morales, Baker, Hoy, and Carlson.
Well, that's a prerequisite. If you're going to be an opener, you have to be a strike thrower.
More work for La Stella, and that'll do it. 2 ground balls and a pop-up, and now the Giants are coming up. It'll be La Stella to lead things off. For the Giants, and let's take a look at their lineup, brought to you by your Bay Area GMC dealers. It'll be La Stella and then Belt. See Belt, he's hot. Followed by Ruff, Wade Jr., and then Crawford. Evan Longoria will hit 6th. Then it's Yastrzemski, Casale, and Dominic Leone. We'll see if Leone gets an at-bat in this game.
Well, I'd like to see him get an at-bat this inning. Right now, the Giants are going to face Yu Darvish, the pitcher for the Padres tonight. Start number 27, 8-9 on the year with a 3.95 ERA. Take your at-bats against him, and you're going to see the kitchen sink. Here's a guy who can throw mid to high 90s with 2 types of movement on the fastball. And but he cuts the ball. He's got a slider. He's got a sinker. He's got a splitter, a changeup, curveball. He throws everything. His favorite pitch is the slider, and he'll throw it a lot to both righties and lefties. Darvish, 35 years old, in his 10th year at the big league level.
So here's La Stella. Giants will start out with a couple of lefties and then Ruff. And La Stella takes low and in. He's faced Darvish 5 times. He's 1 for 5.
I think if you're taking at bats against Darvish, I mean, you just stay off the fastball. He's going to throw you a lot of soft stuff. And it's good stuff. I mean, the slider, the curveball, changeup, they're all good pitches. He's got strikeout stuff. Bullpen tonight, or the strike zone tonight, rather, for both pitchers. Gabe Morales, he's more of a low ball guy, but he will look for strikes. I think he's a pretty good pitcher zone.
Just a bit outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. La Stella had a big game in Chicago against his former team. Overall hitting .239. He's got 4 home runs and he's got 20 runs batted in. Center field hit well. Grissom back at the wall. Out of here. And the Giants are on the board. Tommy La Stella goes center field.
And he's sitting soft. Got a curveball. And that back leg of his was not full of great strength in his lower body. And he pumps one right out to straightaway center.
A little bit of a smile.
Just a hanging breaking ball laid right out over the plate. Head stays right down through the swing. Boy, he's having great at bats. He's hot.
Made it by a little bit, too.
Yeah, he had room.
Here's Belt. Belt takes a fastball in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes.
Now, we've seen Darvish over the years, and one thing it has always been so intriguing is to watch this guy with a great velocity on his fastball and not believe in it.
Out of play as he comes back with another fastball.
See him open up throwing 97, 98 miles per hour. If somebody hits one loud, he just doesn't want to throw it. But I mean, he's got 6 or 7 different type of movements, and because he doesn't want, because he wants to nibble with the fastball, it doesn't mean it's going to be an easy at bat.
Machado, and we're going to see this for 10 games. Machado plays as deep in right field as anybody.
I mean, it's 3 infielders, 4 outfielders is what the defense sets up.
Belt hits one to center field, and this one's in the park as Grisham goes back.
Let's take a look at the defense for the Padres, starting in their outfield from left to right. The Pham, Grisham, and Myers, the best arm in right field. Tatis and Machado on the left side of the infield. Frazier and Hosmer on the right side. And Victor Caratini, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Here's Ruff. Ruff, by the way, has never faced Darvish before. And he takes a one-hopper. Let me just double check to make sure that that's correct.
Darvish has done something in this game I don't think I've seen. He's throwing 2 fastballs that have hit out in the grass in front of home plate. 2 of them.
Never faced him before. 2-0. Well, if you don't like to throw your fastball and you've had a breaking ball that's been hit out of the park, now you don't know quite sure what he's going to throw. Well, Stella's 5th. 3-0. And his fastball is right around 93, 94. So that's a little down from what we're used to.
He can build it as he goes. A lot of times with this guy, you'll see him open it up at 93, 94. And by the 6th inning, he's 96, 97, maybe even above that. He's not a max out guy.
And the walk.
A 3-0 breaking ball. I mean, that tells you all you need to know about the fastball. He just doesn't want to throw it.
And a respectful take from Ruff. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Wade Jr. hitting right at 260. Got a pitch to hit, a breaking ball, and he fouls it straight back, and he was sitting on it.
He was sitting soft too. I mean, that's one thing I learned from Frank Robinson, who was one of the greatest hitters to ever play the game. He said, if you're a pitcher and you don't establish the fastball on both sides of the plate with strikes in and out, you have not established your fastball. You have to do that.
Down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike.
If you don't throw a strike on both sides of the plate with the fastball, a guy will just sit on one side when it's a fastball count. If you haven't thrown a fastball in, he's going to sit away. Once you let that hitter and that whole lineup know that you'll throw fastballs on both sides of the plate, then that evens the field for you. They have to guess.
Hit out into Triple's alley. Can Grisham get there? He dives. It's off his glove and up against the wall. Here comes Ruff. He's going to score. Wade into third with a triple. Grisham almost had it.
Tell you what, if he makes this play, it's one of the best plays we've ever seen in the gap. And he really came close to pulling it off. Another little cutter trying to wrap around the outside corner. And Wade takes it through the power gap, right center, and watch Grisham as to how close he comes to this. And I think he overshot the runway.
He did. I think he overdove. Not by much.
And he went a long way to get close to that.
He might like to have a shot at that one again.
I'm sure he's mad about it.
Padres pull the infield in for Crawford. Crawford rolls the breaking ball foul, and it's 0-1.
He saw this thing hit the gap, and he started thinking 3 bags right here.
Now you forget that he can run.
A no-throw triple.
There's a high fastball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Crawford lifetime against Darvish. 3 for 10. He's got a double and a home run. Down low, 2-1. This is an opportunity where the Giants need to cash in.
When you're coming to a new field like the Padres are here, now they've all played here before, but nevertheless, it's not their home field, it's away. And you have to play in early in the game when you haven't really got comfortable to it. Is it an issue?
I don't think so, Mike. We kind of watched the Padres go through a mini spring training before the game, and they played in a lot.
Well, right now it's time for Mike's Hard Lemonade Hard Play. April 6th, Petco Park. Brandon Crawford hit a homer off Yu Darvish. It was his first home run of the season. And 19 home runs later, he steps into this at bat.
The first of many, 20 to be exact.
So you think all the work they did early in the game, they got accustomed to it?
Absolutely. And you can simulate only so much. I mean, you didn't doing the drills. You don't have a guy on third. It's a good take. It's 3-2.
Changeup. And he saved that pitch for a little 2-strike surprise. He didn't miss by much. Gabe Morales is a guy who'll give more low ball strikes than belt high strikes. And that was not that far away from his strike zone.
And the walk. I think Darvish was fine with that.
He is a guy that can pitch for the ground ball. But right now, Ben Fritz, the new pitching coach for the Padres, is going to come out. That's a Nextiva meeting on the mound. When you need business communications for the office, the home office, and everywhere in between, choose Nextiva. Hey, remember at the start of the season, the Padres pitching coach was Larry Rothschild, who was let go about a month ago, to the surprise of everybody in the baseball world.
Padres looking for a new voice, and they got it with their old bullpen coach, Ben Fritz. Here's Longoria, 11 home runs, 40 driven in. And he takes it in the dirt. Right now, Caratini's had to work hard.
You're right. He's not having any fun. I mean, that was a breaking ball way out in front of home plate. There's been 2 fastballs that were way out in front. I mean, it's never easy when you have a runner at base, but when you have a runner at third base, he's earning his paycheck.
Driven to left. Hit well. It is out of here. Longoria with home run number 12, and he's back, folks. And is it great to have him back?
Another guy sitting soft, looking for a breaking ball. And he gets a hanger middle in. One of the lightest grips on the bat of any of the Giants hitters. It means he's got a heavy bat head. And look at him drop the head on this thing. 105 miles per hour. And who says you can't hit hanging sliders as far as fastballs?
Here's Yastrzemski.
Nice play out there in the bleachers.
Yaz takes a home run cut. So Darvish has walked 2 this inning. They both scored. Yastrzemski at 222. He's got a lifetime home run against Darvish. Giants have already hit 2 home runs in this game, and we're in the first inning. La Stella, number 5. Longoria, number 12. Yastrzemski pops it up right on top of the mound. Who's going to get it? Frazier says, I'll save the day, and he does.
Anytime you see infielders converging and there's going to be more than one guy who has a chance to catch the play, if you're the pitcher out there, you've got to direct traffic. One thing about infielders, when they come in on a pop-up, they're not used to communicating. So you have to do it for them.
Here's a called strike. It is odd though, Mike. I got to tell you, it is odd when you're coming in to catch a pop-up and you got somebody yelling at you.
A pitcher.
A couple of strikes and it's 0-2.
Well,
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
I always called for your name too.
Kipe. Yeah, what? There's a swing and a miss. An angry strikeout from Darvish. But the Giants with a couple of bye-bye babies. The first one is La Stella. He goes center field. And then Longoria, he goes to left. And the Giants score 5 times. Second inning coming up.
On NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by PG&E. Visit safetyactioncenter.pge.com for safety tips.
Well, MLB The Show 21 is available right now on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and with Xbox Game Pass. Own your rivals. Own the show. Rated E for everyone.
And that group looks like they would enjoy MLB The Show.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like they enjoy just about anything right now. Giants with a 5-0 lead. Here's Manny Machado to hit first. Machado, you know, he's having another Machado year. He has not hit Leon well. He's 1 for 10 lifetime.
There's the Machado year you're talking about. 24 home runs, 90 RBIs.
Just kind of what he does.
It's what he does.
It's this one into center field in the park to Yastrzemski. 1 out. And here's Hosmer. Hosmer at 269. He's got 11 home runs, 58 runs batted in. And he looks at a strike. So what Leon is doing is he's throwing strikes.
Well, and he's mixing up his 3 different types of movement. But he is getting right after it. I mean, he's in the attack mode.
Hosmer with a big swing and a miss.
He may try and back foot him again here with another slider. I mean, he could also go above the hands with the fastball. But I believe he will stay on the inside part of the plate. Away target.
Line drive. There's a solid base hit. And the first one for the Padres.
And they tried to backdoor that cutter. It wasn't his intent to try and hang that thing out there with an 0-2 count in the middle of the strike zone. And right there was Hosmer to take advantage of the location mistake. Loud contact going right over your head.
Pham at 233 with 13 home runs. He's got 41 runs batted in. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Will Myers is on deck. Pham has never faced Leon before. Down low.
Ballpark right now very calm, not a lot of wind. Flags on the right side of the field, just kind of not doing a whole lot, which means there's carry to the right side of this field. During batting practice today, the ball was jumping out foul line to foul line. A lot of home runs.
Check swing roller. The only chance is to get Pham, and La Stella with a nice play. Again, not an easy play, but one you got to make.
I mean, La Stella had to go a long way. I mean, he's really showed nice range this inning or in this game.
And it helps that Tommy Pham got a terrible jump out of the box.
Still a nice footwork to get that throw off and throw the strike.
Here's Will Myers. Myers gets a breaking ball and he rolls it foul.
Loves hitting in this ballpark.
Yes, he does. Swing. And you're going to miss. Nothing at 2.
Perfect slider.
Myers go around. He did not.
Jordan Baker, first base umpire, all 6'8" of him.
And you're better off finishing the pitch, right?
Yeah, you just don't want to show him any spin. And he didn't. He just kind of lollipopped one in there. I think they want to throw another cutter or slider on the outside part of the plate. He didn't want to tip that. But if you stop, that messes you up a little bit. Coming through, and even if you throw a lollipop, it's easier on your body.
Got him. Comes back with a fastball, gets his first strikeout. Leon's going to lead things off, maybe.
Not a whole lot of wind tonight. You take a look at the numbers shown on the screen. They indicate feet added or lost to fly balls based on the current wind conditions. But if you look at the flags, there's just nothing going on, meaning that this ballpark's playing small. Now, remember, traditionally, September is the warmest month of the season for the Giants here in San Francisco. And that's when we see a lot of carry in this ballpark when it gets hotter.
Here's Wilmer Flores hitting for Leon. Wilmer flew into Chicago yesterday. All he did was have one of the great games of the year for him.
3 hits, home run.
Kind of flew in like he was snuck into town like an assassin.
I mean, it's nice though when you fly into town and you only got to play one game, and you get a day at Wrigley Field where the wind's blowing out.
Yeah, and then you get on a plane and go home.
It's like, okay, thanks for stopping by.
Out of play. This was his home run yesterday. It is the typical Wilmer Flores big fly swing.
He just spins on the inside locator and pumped it right about a third way into the bleachers. And everybody in that Giants dugout was impressed with that at bat.
It's this one to the right side for Frazier, who makes the play.
With the wind trickling in, here is the wind pattern. Once it hits the back of the stadium, it boomerangs back across the field. And tonight, you normally see this type of wind. It's just not making any noise. It's just kind of a soft wind blowing out right now. That doesn't mean it won't pick up later.
There's La Stella, who takes high. Homer to open up the bottom of the first.
Kind of hang and break a ball out over the plate away.
2-0.
I mean, that's a big miss for Darvish, who's a control guy. And he has not shown good control tonight at all. I mean, that was a pitch they wanted on the inside corner, and it went completely on the other side of the plate and was outside about 6 inches. You're talking about a 3-foot miss.
There's a strike.
And then he paints you like that in a 2-0 count with a curveball. Nobody's going to swing at that.
Three and one. Belt to follow.
Stella is not going to help you. Very disciplined to the strike zone, especially now. He's been hot, and he is not going out of the strike zone chasing anything.
And the walk. Third walk issued by Darvish.
And the ball fours that he's throwing up there, they've been easy takes. They haven't been close. I think Garcia getting ready. He will pitch the third.
Belt hit a fly ball to fairly deep center field in the first. And he takes high. 1 ball and no strikes. Belt takes one in the dirt. La Stella started to go, but put on the brakes. Tatis is the lone defender on the left side of the diamond.
Tatis coming back into the infield. He had been in the outfield. With shoulder surgery or shoulder injury, they kind of wanted to protect him, but once Jake Cronenworth got hit in the Dodger series on the hand and broke his hand, then Tatis came back into the infield.
Belt gets jammed and pops this one to shallow right field. Myers comes in. And that'll bring up Ruff. Dodgers are hosting the Diamondbacks tonight, and that game just underway. That's a start for Clayton Kershaw. And Arizona has scored in the first inning. rough. Look out, Ron Wotus. That was loud.
Yeah, that would have put a bruise on Giants third base coach Ronnie Wotus.
Yeah, be careful. He's valuable property.
So you turn on an inside fastball like that, barrel it, pull it. If I'm rough, I'm looking for breaking balls the rest of the at bat. Or off speed stuff. Knowing that Darvish does not like to have that fastball get hit. More comfortable throwing off speed stuff.
There it is. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's one thing, boy, you get a reputation in this league, it goes around the league so quickly. And with the ability now to access information and process it and then give out a printed report to your hitters. I mean, hitters are going in there. They know what's going on. They know what this guy's doing.
Slow curveball to Machado. And that's as accurate an arm at third as you're going to get. Third inning coming up.
For free next day delivery on select in-stock appliances. For more info, go to airportappliance.com.
Well, the Braves are going to visit Oracle Park this weekend. Friday night's game is at 6:45, followed by a 6:05 start on Saturday. Then 1:05 on Sunday. So get your tickets against the Braves. sfgiants.com/tickets. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Jarlin Garcia, the new pitcher for the Giants. This is his 50th appearance this year. 6-3 with a great season. 64 strikeouts against 16 walks. Really has had an outstanding season.
First pitch, Crawford right out of bed. Can he make it? You bet he can. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Well, it helps it's September and you got to catch a running. April, he may have a chance to beat that out, but when you've been in a squat for 6 months and you have to deal with Crawford's arm, you have none chance.
Here's Darvish. Darvish is 4 for 46.
I thought he was a better hitter than that. He gets up there, it looks like he's buggy whipping the bat.
This is down the right field line, and it's off the screen. That's a pretty good swing.
Yeah, it is. I don't understand 4 for 40, whatever it is. The days of pitchers hitting are winding down. Let's take a look at the swing we're talking about. Fastball challenge, outside corner. That's a good hack.
Plus, he's got a bat that's been used for a while. I mean, that one came out of the garage. I'm sorry.
That's ugly.
1 and 2.
That was mixing up tar for the roof.
I mean, in all honesty, Mike, you might be able to order bats that look like that now.
Yeah, I think you can. It's like getting a Fender Stratocaster. You can get them aged. Look great.
Foul down the left field line. It all started out with blue jeans with holes in them.
And everything kind of followed.
Hey, come on, I had it.
Hang with them.
And then they put up this screen.
A lot of people aren't happy about that screen, but a lot of people are.
Belt by himself. All right, now a word via WebEx by Cisco.
We need that part.
It's nearly done.
Can you repeat that? That's better.
It's done.
With WebEx, the McLaren Formula One team is collaborating like never before. Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
Here's Grisham. 2 outs, nobody on. Grisham rolled one to the right of Listella, who made a nice play and threw him out to open up the ball game. So here it's lefty against lefty, and there's a pitch inside, 1-0.
Yeah, that ball exploded in on him. You looked at that right foot, the way he set that thing down. He was thinking off speed stuff. That 92 mile an hour probably felt like it was 99.
Lined into the gap and nobody's there. So Grisham is going to have at least a double as he rolls into second base.
Well, he wouldn't look at breaking ball on that pitch. A great swing of the bat. Stayed right down through it, launched at opposite field gap at 105. Tell you what that at bat tells you, that he thinks from pitch to pitch. He doesn't go up there with one idea. He'll change after one pitch. And he made it pay off.
Tatis saw one pitch and fouled out to Belt. Taps this one foul.
It's a good changeup right there. Once he came up with that changeup, it was really a good weapon for him against right-handers. And look, I mean, there's a lot of guys who were specialists from the right or the left side, and they would come in and they could pretty much live on two pitches. But once they made the rule change where you had to face three guys, it became necessary to come up with another speed, because you were going to see some right-handers if you were a left-handed pitcher and vice versa. And for Garcia, that change has been a nice weapon against righties.
Down the right field line, nobody's there. As the carom is played nicely by Wade. It's a double, and the Padres are on the board.
That is an impressive swing of the bat. In fact, both of these at bats have been. They set up an inside corner, but it just goes the opposite way, and that's right out there where it's the danger zone. Machado, a middle away guy, likes to get extended. Or Tatis rather, and he just completely crushes the ball. Got out to the wall in a hurry.
Here's Frazier. There's a strike. So limit the damage. Frazier bounced out to Listella in the first inning. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Good hard breaking ball there. So what do? You get up on the plate. And Frazier's right on top of it. Yeah, that's one thing we don't see a lot of guys do anymore, which had happened a lot in previous generations, where he would move around the box depending on the pitcher, depending on the stuff. For the most part, guys get in one spot, they stay there. But Frazier, he got up close after that slider.
I mean, you could get a guy that moves around a lot in a bullpen game, and his stance will be determined by how the guy on the mound throws, and you could have 4 different stances and 4 different spots in the batter's box. Got him. So the damage is a run. Wade, Crawford, Longoria coming up.
Fall on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by WebEx. The future of work is hybrid. WebEx by Cisco.
Giants 5, Padres 1. Here's Lamont Wade Jr., who tripled in the first inning. And he takes a little low. 1 ball and no strikes. Crawford and then Longoria. Breaking ball for a strike to even the count. Two balls and a strike. The Dodgers have come right back, and they've scored 3 times in the first inning against the D-backs.
Well, like you said, I mean, you just can't count on them losing. You can't think you're going to get help from anybody else.
High drive into right center field, way out into Triples Alley. Myers way out there, and he makes the running catch.
Wow. The only way he gets to this play is because he was set up before the pitch, taking away that gap in right center. I mean, that was a hanging breaking ball, and Lamont Wade Jr. not fooled at all. But let's show you Tommy La Stella one more time, because we like that play. Right now, Lamont Wade Jr., we're thinking at least 3, and in the end, Myers gobbled it up.
Here's Crawford, who drew a walk and scored in the first. And he takes high. Longoria on deck. Overshift is on. Tatis is the only defender on the left side, and there's a breaking ball for a strike.
He's done well with that backdoor breaking ball. I think he's had better command of that pitch than he has had with the fastball. The wishbone defense.
2-1. Each team with 3 hits. 2 of the 3 hits for the Giants have left the park. Three and 1. Crawford pulls this one on the ground. Way out in right field is Machado, who makes the play.
Well, it's week 2 of the NFL season, and week 2 for our new analyst, Joe Staley. We get you ready for 49ers Eagles Sunday morning at 9 on NBC Sports Bay Area.
Here's Longoria, who knocked one into the seats for a 3-run home run in the first. Chases this pitch and fouls it at the plate. The home run by Longoria, he's got an even dozen. 43 runs batted in. If he'd have stayed healthy all year, he'd have 90 or 100 RBIs.
I agree.
0-2.
Take a look at the home run. The back of the first inning, gets a hanging breaking ball middle in and just unloads on it. What is remarkable about his season, he missed a lot of time with injuries, but when he's come back, I mean, he's found his groove relatively quickly.
That one hung up there a little bit for him, and he fouls it out of play.
I mean, you get ready for the season in spring training. You've got 6 weeks to get ready. Start the season, you play 2 months into it, now all of a sudden you have an injury that puts you on the shelf for 5-6 weeks. You got to start all over. Your skills erode after 1 week. You can imagine what it's like trying to come back after 5 or 6.
That's a bit high. It's 1-2.
But Longoria has done it twice this year. And really credit Dave Greshner and his staff. Giants trainers are sensational, the way that they bring guys along, get them back early, prevent injury. I mean, they just do a great job, and oftentimes trainers determine who wins the division.
Three and two. Look at it.
He's had some misses I can't even explain with the fastball tonight. And that's another one. Now look at the target. Down and away. I mean, you're talking a 5-foot miss with the fastball. That's hard to do. And I don't think it was intentional. Guy's back there taking a nap.
Well, Longoria had both cheeks into that one.
He's had 2 good sliders to hit. Very similar to the one he had on the ballpark.
Out of play, another breaking ball.
Well, another one had a big miss. They set that thing on the outside corner, and it winds up going on the inside corner. I had a little backup to it. A backup slider is one that has slider spin but doesn't move.
Foul. Got a fastball.
And that's 62 pitches with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. You want to be 45 or less at the end of 3. Gives you an idea of how the Giants have made Yu Darvish work tonight.
Got another one.
He's throwing some world-class hanging sliders tonight.
Another 3-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat, it's going to carry out into left field for Pham, and that'll end the inning. 4th inning coming up. 5-1 Giants.
4th inning, and welcome back to our Lazy Boy broadcast booth. And Kite, the Giants have just continued to do what they've done all year. They're grinding down Yu Darvish.
Yeah, you just mentioned it. A lot of pitches, and you know, if you figure it out, Darvish is not going to see the 6th inning probably. Here's Manny Machado facing Arlene Garcia. I was thinking about that Lazy Boys segment. So if you split those two up, one of them's correct.
Yeah.
The Lazy's correct. And we're not boys anymore,
no,
that's for sure. There's a high drive into right center field for Yastrzemski.
Well, I think there's a special place in heaven for the guy that invented the first Lazy Boy.
I mean, what a great name.
Yeah, that's exactly how you feel when you lay down in one.
I mean, lazy old guy just doesn't have a really great ring to it.
Although I would buy that. They've got Lazy Boys that help you get out of the Lazy Boy.
I remember. I mean, look, we're at that age group where we remember the first ones where a leg thing kind of kicked out.
Yeah. We thought that was cool.
Everybody had to have one of those.
Yeah, the only person in the house that didn't like that was the dog. He kicked that thing out and he'd go halfway across the floor. Sorry.
Here's Hosmer. Hosmer with a base hit in the second inning. Just a little low. Yes,
Yeah.
Zing Zoom got zinged across the room a few times.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like they have on their face when they're going halfway across the floor.
That's high. It's 3-1. I think at times in our house, the only thing watching late night TV would be actually the chair.
Yeah.
The person in the chair, not so much. There's a strike, 3-2.
Well, it's hard to stay awake at a lazy boy. It's like you're sitting in your mom's lap.
There's Tommy Pham. Ruff is going to make a move over, and he's going to run out of room.
Yeah, we never have to worry about mounds anymore.
All right. We got a happy customer.
Oh, yeah. What you do? You go back and show mom.
It is a gift, that's for sure. And the walk.
Well, if you're not already a season ticket member, you can still get postseason tickets to all games at Oracle Park. Place a $500 deposit on a 2022 season ticket plan, and you're guaranteed the right to purchase tickets to postseason games this October. Also, receive $100 of bonus credit, good for single game tickets during the remainder of this regular season. This offer expires September 26. Secure your postseason tickets at sfgiants.com/season.
Garcia is going to depart. Zach Littell is coming in. We're going to take a break. Giants are leading 5-1. We'll be back.
NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota. With 10 hybrids to choose from, there's one for everyone. Toyota, let's go places. And by Kelly Moore Paints, the Painter's Paint Store.
So here in the fourth inning, a pitching change. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and smog experts.
53rd time that Zach Littell has come into a game for the Giants. 2.75 ERA, outstanding numbers. Righty's hitting a .167 against him, which is why he's called in.
Here he's facing Tommy Pham, who takes the ball.
Littell, mid to high 90s fastball, slider, and a split.
Line drive. Atom ball. 2 down.
You know, I guess if you do something often enough, you get used to it. But I mean, I know you played every day. You didn't like taking 4 at bats in a game against 4 different pitchers. How do you adjust to that, like these guys have done in this era?
I guess nowadays, with all the information you have, you go by the information that they give you. It's the only thing you can do. I mean, when you face a starter 4 times, you go by the information you got in your last at bat. Now you go to the notebook, you go to the iPad. Here's Myers. Myers with a healthy swing and a foul straight back.
Got to be careful up there, man. He's a good high ball hitter. He's got that little lift. Ball's at the belt just above, and that's where he elevates it. In this ballpark, he has made a name for himself. Giants stack up the left side of the infield and defending against him.
Good pitch, 1-2. Two and two. Padres have had 2 hitters strike out in this game. Myers struck out in the second. Frazier struck out to end the third. Popped out of play.
When you're hitting and you saw a pitcher out there shook his head, did that affect the way you thought? When he's shaking off a sign?
You know what? I tried to ignore everything the guy did. Out of play.
I mean, for the most part, guys coming out of the pen, they pretty much throw what catchers will call, but catchers on occasion will shake their head to the pitcher, wanting that pitcher to shake his head. Just put another thought into the mind of a hitter.
Got him. Good fastball at 97. Yastrzemski's going to lead things off.
Brought to you by your California Ford dealers. And 7 years ago today, Bruce Bochy made a pitching change he will never forget. He brought in his son Brett to make his major league debut against the Dodgers. Oh, and the bases were loaded. Brett would go on to pitch an inning in the third. His first big league strikeout was Yasiel Puig.
Yeah, I think he apologized to him, didn't he?
Well,
sorry, I got to bring you in this spot, but
he made the old man look good. 2014, Giants would win the World Championship, and Brett Bochy got himself a ring.
Here's Yastrzemski, who popped out in the first inning. And a strike.
Again, back door with that breaking ball. It's been a good pitch for him. Little maintenance for Will Myers.
One ball and one strike to Mike Yastrzemski. There's a strike to make it 1-2. Giants with a 5-1 lead. They scored all of their runs in the first inning. Gas takes it low. 2-2. Casale. And then the pitcher spot.
Have not been that many quick at bats tonight for you, Darvish. I mean, guys are getting up there 5, 6, 7, 8 pitches at a bat against them.
Hook foul. Look out.
.69 pitches now for Yu Darvish. He has had one swing through, one swing and miss strike. Chris Bryant going to hit this inning.
And it's high. It's 3-2.
Darvish slowing it down.
Look out.
Ooh, heads up. That gets somebody?
Somebody went flying.
Well, you don't want to get Wayne Kirby now.
That might have been Cronenworth that got sent flying. I think it is.
Ugly finder. He's got to wear it.
Hit well into center field. On its way. It is out of here. Home run number 23 for Mike Yastrzemski.
What a great at bat. And you want to know what a bat that will really hurt a pitcher. This is the ultimate. You go 7, 8 pitches into an at bat. You don't want to walk a guy, so you wind up giving him finally. High fastball right over the middle of the plate. And Yastrzemski unloads number 23. If you're a pitcher, you think, well, why couldn't you do that on the first pitch?
Here's Casale. Casale's got a base hit as he strokes one into left field. Chris Bryant was going to hit, and now he's been called back. And he's going to be called back for Littell, who's going to try to lay down a bunt, I believe.
Although he's got a hit now.
Unless we know something about Littell.
He got his first big league knock the last road trip.
So if you're Chris Bryant, you're like, well, that just proves the old theory that just because you're in the on-deck circle doesn't mean you're going to hit.
No, he had a red alert there, but
swinging all the way, Littell low and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, with Hosmer at first and Machado at third, the chances of getting down a successful bunt are slim and none.
There's a strike.
I mean, Machado was just crashing in on him. So the best defense against that, if you're Littell, is show bunt, have Machado crash, and then try and slash.
Two and one. So Casale at first. His base hit, the 5th for the Giants. 2 and 2.
Not a bad hack.
Got him.
So if you think you're going to hit into a double play, strike out. Good strategy.
So here's Listella. Listella, a home run and a walk. And he takes a backdoor breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yaz's home run makes it a 6-1 lead.
Giants 8 straight games now with 6 or more runs. It's the longest string in the San Francisco area since 1958, the first year they got out here.
Wow. Couple of good ballparks to be involved in scoring those types of runs. Coors Field and Wrigley Field.
Yeah, they took advantage of it.
Yes, they did.
Plus, you know, they hit Wrigley Field with the wind blowing out. That'll help your average. Had a 15-run day Saturday.
Inside corner to make it 1-2.
But I mean, look, if you're the hitting coaches for the Giants, Donnie Eckert, Justin Veely, Dustin Lynn, you got to be excited. I mean, what they have done this year with the bats, those guys deserve a lot of applause.
Out of play to stay at 1-2.
You get 10 guys with 10 or more home runs. You've got a team that leads all of baseball in home runs. Giants are 4th in the National League in batting average. I mean, they are 2nd in runs scored in the National League.
Not close. 2-2. Pitch wise, what do we got? 83.
Well, he's due to hit second at the top of the 5th. I got to believe this is going to be his last inning.
Foul at the plate. He will grind you, that's for sure.
He's about as relaxed as anybody I've ever seen in that batter's box. I mean, for La Stella from the left side, Longoria from the right side. I mean, if they fell asleep in the batter's box, it really wouldn't surprise me. They're completely at ease.
Lifted out to left. Tommy Pham puts it away, and that'll end the inning. Make that 2 down, and that'll bring up Belt. Slow down, big fella. So Belt is 0 for 2. He's hit the ball in the air twice. Fly ball to center and a pop up to right field. Belt gets a breaking ball and he takes it for a strike.
Big slow deuce. Backed off some speed with it. That's the other thing too about Darvish. He's got 6 different pitches and he can add some subtract speed with it.
Oh, 2. Shallow right field is Manny Machado. Belt takes in tight. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Giants with 6 runs on 5 hits. 3 of the hits have left the park. The non-home runs have been a triple by Wade and a single by Casale. Belt takes high. 2-2. And as this inning keeps going, you're probably right about Darvish hitting. swinging a foul. Belt jerked his head around to see if Caratini had held on, and he did not.
Another example, though, of an inside target and Darvish missing the other side of the plate. Has had better command with his off-speed stuff than his fastball all night long, and we're at pitch 90.
Out of play. Just no swing and misses tonight.
You know, and I look at the way he commands the back door breaking ball, which is a tough pitch to throw when he's pitching to left-handed hitters, and he's made a lot of really good pitches with it. For him to have the amount of big misses to location that he's had with his fastball tells me he's not committed to it. He doesn't want to throw it.
Three and two.
A lot of stress in his outing tonight. Had a 1-2-3 third inning, but after that, everything has been a lot of stress, a lot of stretch time.
Runner goes. High drive. Right center field. It is out of here. Pretty much a no-doubter.
Wow. We have seen two crippling at-bats in this inning. Mike Yastrzemski running the pitch count high and then unloading a center field home run, and here Brandon Belt does the same thing. Sees a lot of pitches and spins on a fastball and hit it way out of here in the big part of the yard. And for Belt, that's home run number 24.
And he knew it, and so did we. Here's Ruff. Ruff takes a strike.
And from the splash cam, take a look at the flight. It's a 107-mile-an-hour long fly ball.
Hard to hit one in that direction in the water.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever been done.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. The best pitch for Darvish so far has been the angry fastball.
Yeah, he's had good angry fastballs going tonight. Giants have hit 4 home runs off of Darvish tonight.
Got him with an angry fastball, and that'll end the inning. Couple of home runs for the Giants. They lead 8-1.
All right, time now for our Coors Light Beating the Pressure. Most RBIs by players aged 33 years or older this season in the major leagues. Well, the Giants have 282 RBIs hit by guys over the age of 33. Nationals, Dodgers, Cardinals round out the top 5. Brandon Crawford, he kind of helped with 80.
So here's Caratini. And Zach Littell now with a 7-run lead, and it's a called strike to Caratini, who bounced out to Crawford on a slow ground ball that Crawford came in and made a nice play. Down low.
I mean, you think about Darvish's night. He gave up 4 home runs, a triple, and a single. 6 hits, and they were loud.
On a night where this one's lifted into center field for Yastrzemski. On a night where the ball's carrying a little bit, I think.
Oh, totally. Well, the Padres taking on the Giants series continue tomorrow through Thursday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 6:45 first pitches with an afternoon baseball game on Thursday starting at 12:45. Come cheer on the Giants and help them as they want to go on to try and win this National League West. They need your support. Come on out, sfgiants.com/tickets, and that's where you get your tickets.
Here's Yerkson Profar to pinch hit for Darvish. And that fastball is high. 1 ball and no strikes. So the night is over for you, Darvish. This is a little pop-up out to La Stella. 2 down.
Ball is not carrying to right field.
Here's Grisham.
At least it wasn't on that little nubber.
Grisham with a double in the 3rd inning, and he has scored the only run for the Padres. Need a ball into the gap in left center field, and he takes a strike. Swinging a pop-up straight back and just shy of the club level, and it's a quick 0-2. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Glad you joined us. I'm going to give you this ball, but you have to promise to behave yourself.
Or I'm going to keep my hand on your head all night.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. Grisham not happy. Giants are coming up.
Podcast presented by Wendy's, covering all the trending stories surrounding the Giants. Hosted by Giants insider Alex Pavlovich, Cole Kuiper, and my partner Dwayne Kuiper. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
The new pitcher, Giants with an 8-1 lead, is Tim Hill. He's a lefty.
Well, he's a little funky too. He's a sidearmer that can throw mid-90s. He's got great stuff. Basically a 2-pitch guy. Fastball, he'll give you 2 types of movement. A slider over a strikeout an inning.
Facing Lamont Wade, who gets a good swing off of Hill, and there's a fastball straight back. It's no balls and 1 strike. A triple for Lamont Wade in the 1st inning. And he takes high, and then he hit a ball into deep right center field into Triple's alley that Myers tracked down.
Padres is just 2 left-handers in the pen. Tim Hill and then Ryan Weathers.
This is as good a swings against a lefty as Wade Jr. has had.
He's had great balance in him.
Hit into left center field. Hit pretty well. On the move is Pham, and Pham makes the catch in front of the wall. So Lamont Wade Jr.'s had 3 really good at-bats. He's an old friend.
Sean Anderson, former Giant, just activated today. Getting ready.
Here's Crawford. Crawford with a walk and then a ground ball to Machado, who was playing in shallow right field. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike.
I mean, these are one of these at bats. If you're a left-handed hitter and you're facing Tim Hill, if you get a hit off him, it's kind of a feather in your cap.
Yes, it is.
You just don't see that much velocity from a sidearm and lefty, sidearm and righty for that matter. Jose Alvarez getting ready.
Popped up into shallow center field. It's going to be Tatis because Grisham broke back.
Yu Darvish on the Padres bench looking at his night. And he's going to look at the locations that he gave up that cost him 4 home runs and a triple. And he's not going to be happy with location tonight. That's really what did him in.
So many people out there wish they could throw as hard as him.
I know it's kind of the way it's been here for. I mean, you say this is his 10th year at the big league level, and I think of him as a breaking ball guy.
There's a strike to Longoria. Longoria swinging late, fouls it off the screen above the Padre dugout. It's 0-2. Longoria, a 3-run home run in the first inning. In tight, 1-2. Again, the other way, foul. Longoria with a high fly ball into center field. It's Grisham coming in, and that will end the inning. Through 5, Giants lead 8-1.
Now you can take some of that magic home with you. Get a Lamont Wade Jr. t-shirt at tomorrow's game. First 10,000 fans receive the shirt, presented by Planet Orange. On field, Wade Jr. and the Giants will sport the City Connect jerseys. You can get tickets at sfgiants.com/promotions. Here it's 8-1 Giants. A new pitcher now. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and smog experts. Jose Alvarez on for his 56th appearance. And gets a gift, strike 1, just to stay in shape. That's how you like to start your outing out, coming out of the bullpen. Get about a 4-inch off the plate strike.
One ball and 1 strike. Swing. He ain't gonna miss. 1-2. Well represented. The Tatis Jr. jersey, which the Giants have 3 games in San Diego. They're going to see a lot of those. 2-2.
Well, he's a guy you want to watch. He's exciting. Totally captivated the imagination of baseball fans across the country. He's had to fight through 2 substantial shoulder injuries,
which I'm sure they're probably going to try to take care of this offseason, you would think.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it. But I mean, despite all that, he has 38 home runs, 84 RBIs. He is the face of this franchise.
Got him. Tied him up with a fastball.
Take a look at the very first time that he had an injury and to leave the field. It was his left shoulder. Then he takes a swing and goes down in pain. This was against the Giants. And that put him on the shelf. And then he did it again, and they wound up taking him out of the infield, put him in the outfield for a while.
On the ground to second for La Stella. Easy, Brendan Belt.
And this is the slide that hurt his shoulder. I mean, he goes down, hyperextends, and immediately grabs his shoulder. Has to leave the game. And it was after that injury that put him in the outfield. But when Jay Cronenworth, who was playing shortstop in his absence, got hurt, Tatis came from the outfield back into the infield, where he's most comfortable.
Machado with 2 fly balls to center field. There's a pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes. Two and 0. There's a strike. Hosmer's on deck, 6th inning. Two and 2.
Well, if you add up all the days that players have missed this year on the Padres, they've missed 1,958. That's a remarkable.
Slowly hit, and it's going to hit the bag, and it'll be a base hit. So Machado will get the gift.
You know, this is something that we worried about after last year's stunted season, when the Major League Baseball season was 60 games. As we watch a good luck base hit. Not a lot you can do if you're Evan Longoria. And it was a fear that guys were going to have more injuries this year because they played a short season last year. And it's happened.
No, it's also one of the reasons why we think the Players Association and the owners screwed up September call-ups.
Yeah, this year they allowed rosters to be expanded from 26 players to 28, and we think of all the years to do it, this was not the one to do it. And we understand the reason for it. It was getting abused.
Foul, third base side.
Games were getting long because of it. I totally get all that, but maybe it would have been better to start that whole program next year. But
yeah, and maybe cut it to 30 players. I mean, here's a good point. Giants would normally in September call up another catcher.
Always. Giants have 2.
Hosmer strikes out swinging to end the inning. Alvarez with 2 strikeouts. Yastrzemski's going to lead things off.
By the authority of the San Francisco Giants, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Giants with an 8-1 lead. If you just joined us, 4 home runs hit by the Giants tonight. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Sean Anderson, the new pitcher now for the Padres, activated today. This is his 15th appearance this year. Anderson, 26 years old. He's in his 2nd year at the big league level. Has really had a kind of an odd year this year.
Yastrzemski, his last at bat, a home run.
When I say odd year, he started out the season with the Twins. Then he went over to Baltimore, and now he's with the Padres. Spring training, you don't think that's going to happen to you?
Swing, Gonna miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Giants had Sean Anderson, hard thrower. He's a mid-high 90s guy with a slider and a changeup.
Look out, right to the back foot of Yastrzemski.
Back foot slider doesn't literally mean hit the back foot.
Yeah, it means avoid the back foot. Three and 1. Swing and a miss. 3 and 2. So a good challenge.
One thing we've learned about Anderson in his journeys, I mean, he really has become a guy that throws more sliders than fastballs. A lot of them, especially the lefties.
Good swing and a foul back. Here's the home run by Yastrzemski in the 4th.
And I think it was the 8th pitch of the at-bat, too, which really put an exclamation point on the achievement. And he takes on center field. And for Yastrzemski, home run number 23.
Got him. Comes back, gets the strikeout. 1 out.
Slider, 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 slider. In the end, it was a high hanging slider. And that'll make Yastrzemski shake his head going back to the bench.
Casale with a base hit in the 4th. And here on the first pitch, he lifts one out to straightaway center field. 2 outs.
Well, Giants fans, Xfinity Mobile delivers fast nationwide 5G and the most reliable network. Save on your wireless bill with Xfinity Mobile.
Here's Alvarez, who's going to get an at bat. First pitch is to the backstop. Alvarez looked like he was just going to look good taking.
That may be what he's up there to do. I mean, you understand managers. I mean, look, it's this time of the year. You don't want to risk a reliever swinging and hurting himself.
Kind of just goes against everything we believe in, though.
Everything. And, you know, I don't know any relief pitcher that's comfortable with it. That's a Brandon Belt fan. But if that's what you're told to do, that's what you have to do. I mean, really, you're up there and you're just a pair of shoes. Not going to swing. Especially when you have a career 0 for 3. But 3 walks.
So that'll do it. We'll complete 6 innings. It's 8-1 Giants. Toyota game summary brought to you by, of course, Toyota. It was a start for Yu Darvish and not a good one. The Giants, it's been about the long ball. La Stella, a home run in the first along with Longoria. Then Yastrzemski a home run in the 4th, and then Belt followed with a 2-run home run also in the 4th inning. It was another good start in an opener by Dominic Leone. 8-1. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Camilo Doval coming in now for his 17th time, 2-1 on the year. Look at the strikeouts, 19 strikeouts against 7 walks and 14 1/3. Hard thrower. You'll see high 90s consistently with a hard slider. Basically a 2-pitch guy right now. But he's really changed his whole demeanor out there. Every time he trots back out there, he's been getting more confidence.
So here's Duvall against Tommy Pham, and it's wide, 1-0. Another guy that throws hard, Mike, and another guy that likes to throw a slider.
He's kind of a spooky at bat.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And when you throw that hard and you got a great big roundhouse gather as you watch the arm action as he reaches back, big swing.
I mean, if you're a left-handed hitter, forget it.
You're done. And then he drops in a 2-0 slider just to stay in shape.
I think if he had to throw a strike, he would choose his slider.
I agree with you. Like that. You know, look, the velocity he has, I mean, a lot of guys have 97 now. But it's the way he brings it to you, where he's got this sling. And, you know, he'll paint you, and then all of a sudden he'll throw one there he misses by 8 feet.
Got him.
And that's just wicked.
I mean, in all honesty, that hole at bat was set up by the one he threw to the backstop.
I agree. And here he just throws this explosive 87-mile-an-hour pearl, and he gets to swing and miss.
Myers has struck out twice. No balls and a strike. Out of play. Nothing in 2. Base hit, right field, right past Belt.
It looked to me like he was thinking the opposite way. But there's a hanger. Gets up in the strike zone, but still just nice top hand approach. No stride, just thinking the opposite way. And just served it out to right field.
Caratini 0 for 2. Heads up.
A little heat seeker action to it, boring in on Caratini. Now there's just nothing comfortable about this at bat.
Jake Marisnick is on deck. And tight 3-0.
There's that 2-0 slider you're talking about. So, you know, pitches like that do tend to back up what you're saying. He likes to throw that slider when he needs to make a strike.
Takes a little off, gets the strike, gets 3-1. So the walk.
So right now, Andrew Bailey, Giants pitching coach, going to come out. He senses a little bit of an overthrow. So Nick Ortiz out there as the interpreter, passing on Andrew Bailey's information to Doval.
I mean, look, for the longest time, you didn't have an interpreter. I mean, I've gone out to the mound where the pitching coach is talking a mile a minute. The kid on the mound has no clue as to what they're saying.
Juan Berenguer, remember him?
Yeah.
He used to have the greatest expression when the pitching coach used to go out there, Norm Sherry. And Norm Sherry would come back to the dugout and Roger would say, "What do you say?" And Norm would say, "I don't know. I don't even know what I said." And he didn't either.
Here's Marisnik, who takes a strike.
But it's true. I mean, interpreters are so important. Baseball has opened the doors to interpreters. Latin.
Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2.
Japanese, Korean, Taiwanese. So much of this game you don't really need to have an understanding of the language. Baseball is a language in itself, but you need some help on mound visits.
3 pitches.
All right, take a look at Jake Marisnik on a backup slider. It's the other thing too. I mean, he's got a good slider, but it's unpredictable. It's hard to hit, and he's hard to catch.
Grissom 1 for 3. Swing and a miss.
Well, whatever Andrew Bailey told Nick Ortiz to tell Camilo Doval is working.
It definitely is working. The brass. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2.
Pham is not picking up that spin on that slider at all.
Grissom behind in the count. Got him. And that'll end the inning. He strikes out the side. Top of the order coming up.
Inviting you as always to stick around, but most assuredly tonight for what could be a very special edition of Toyota Giants Post Game Live. If the Giants win this game, they are going to go to the postseason for the first time since 2016. Alex Pavlovich will be outside the Giants clubhouse. If it happens, we'll give you a full reaction from inside the clubhouse, outside the clubhouse. Dwayne Kuiper and Mike Krukow will be joining us as well, and I'll be in studio with Randy Wentz. Let's keep our fingers crossed, but tonight could be the night. We'll see you right after the game.
All right, thanks, Craig. Here it's 8-1. Consider 9 runs in the game. Not a lot of hits combined. There's Greg Stammen, the new pitcher for the Padres, who'll be facing Tommy La Stella. 7th inning.
Padre workhorse Craig Stammen, 62nd appearance. 78 innings of work with 73 strikeouts against 13 walks. 4-pitch guy. with a good sinking fastball. Oh, like that.
La Stella, a home run in the first, a walk in the second, a fly ball to left in the fourth. Down the left field line, hit well into that corner, and a foul ball.
One thing we've noticed with Tommy La Stella, since he's really locked in his strike zone, he's used the whole field. I mean, that's a foul ball. That's a nice approach. He took the outside pitch and he went with it, and there was backspin on that fly ball. He drove that ball. Saw him hit one of the longest home runs of the year of any opponent. He hit it against the Cubs over the weekend to right field in Wrigley Field. I mean, he's got some pop, but right now he's using the whole field. He is locked in. Stella uses the axe handle bat.
The fourth pitcher for the Padres, Greg Stammen. Foul off of that shin guard that La Stella wears.
They have to develop some kind of a piece that fits over your whole foot, all the way up to your knee.
Yeah, like a cast?
Yeah, why not? Take it off as soon as you get on base, but
tapped up the middle, and Frazier will make the play. And here's Belt. Belt with a very, very long two-run home run in the fourth inning off of Darvish. Rolls this one to first. Hosmer flips to Stammen, 2 down. And here's Ruff. More baseball tomorrow night. Anthony Descalfani against Jake Arrieta. Same time, 6:45. Pregame live will be at 6. Wednesday, 6:45. Thursday, 12:45. The Padres have the Thursday game, Gausman against Paddock. They just put Paddock on the DL, didn't they?
Today.
Or IL.
They activated Sean Anderson, took his place.
Ruff hits it foul, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kareem Castro getting ready to go.
Ruff, tardy, 1 and 2. Almost got him. I don't know how Ruff got out of the way, but he did.
You ever amaze yourself when you get out of the way of a ball?
Sometimes you don't know how you did it. The fear of getting hurt, for one thing. Slowly hit. This could be an infield hit for Ruff. Is it? No, and a nice play by Tatis to throw him out. 8th inning coming up.
All right, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. T-Mobile coverage cam located high up in the view level on the right field side, gives you a view of all of Oracle Park into McCovey Cove, down the Port Walk, up on the arcade. You can see the 415 area. Always entertaining here at Oracle Park. We love our T-Mobile coverage cam. New pitcher now for the Giants will be the right-handed rookie, Gary Castro. See what he did in his debut in Colorado with 2 strong innings. Allowed just a couple hits on 27 pitches. A converted catcher who had some arm problems early in his minor league career, and he got through it.
You see Wade goes to left. Duggar comes into the game. Yastrzemski goes to right. So Ruff is the Giants player that is out of the game. So Tatis gets a warm welcome.
Well, Castro throws hard. I mean, that's right up there at 95, head high, and that made it very quiet in the Padres dugout. I mean, it wasn't that close, but easy for me to say. And that's what they see in the Padres dugout.
Two and 0. Two balls and 1 strike. There's a challenge high fastball.
Castro 6 feet tall, 245 pounder. Out of Maracay, Venezuela.
Three and 1. Swinging a high pop-up foul. On deck is Adam Frazier. This is the 8th inning. This is very high and maybe out of play. No, it's coming back, and Casale puts it away.
You can get a lot of push in this ballpark from the stands back to the field, behind home plate down the right field line, and watch Casale's path. Plants, now here it starts to drift.
So he just kind of coasted back, Mike. Just not a problem.
No, puts it right in the sweet spot.
If I go down, I go down.
I think he enjoyed that play.
Here's Frazier. 21,078 here tonight. Frazier is 0 for 3. There's a strike.
I mean, he's a high 3/4 release, and you can see that the break on his curveball. Right now he hasn't thrown for a strike, but still it is a straight downer right off the table. Tatis still thinking about that first pitch up and in. I mean, he really has a catcher's throwing motion.
Two and two.
Catchers are taught a high release, and that's the slot that he uses as a pitcher.
Got him.
And the other thing too that just jumps off the page with Kevin Castro is spin rate, and spin rate to a fastball gives you carry, and he throws that ball right through a good fastball hitter.
Here's Machado, an infield hit in the 6th. On the ground, foul. Good pitch, make it 0-2.
He's sneaky.
Popped up. Yastrzemski says, I got this one. He does, and that'll end the inning. Nice inning for Castro. Giants are coming up. For the Giants, bottom of the 8th inning. And now a word via WebEx by Cisco.
We need that part.
It's nearly done.
Can you repeat that? That's better.
It's done.
With WebEx, the McLaren Formula One team is collaborating like never before. Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
1 run, 5 hits for the Padres, 8 runs, 6 hits for the Giants. Dinelson Lamet is the new pitcher for San Diego. He's their 5th pitcher tonight.
Take a look at what he's done this year. I mean, it really has been a tough year for him. I mean, he was supposed to be one of their top aces in their starting rotation, but he had some problems with his arm. I mean, when he's right, you're going to see a high 90s fastball and one of the best sliders in the National League West. He also has a changeup.
And there's a high fastball, 1-0. Wade's had 3 good at bats, 1 a triple, 1 a fly ball out into Triple's alley that was caught, and 1 that was hit deep to left field that was caught on the warning track. There's a strike. A nice job tonight by Gabe Morales, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's a good umpire. I think he's fair. You don't see many rubbernecking at bats, and you don't see pitchers walk off the mound and stare down at him. You don't hear much chirping out of either dugout. You have a night like that as an umpire, you've had a good night.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, this is a pretty good crew.
Pop up, out of play, above us.
Giants will see every one of these umpires in this 4-game set with the Padres. Got a man making a play.
Brought his glove.
Still got it, Grandpa. Atta babe.
Come on, they're handing out hugs. You better take one.
If we start handing out hugs, you better get in line.
2-2.
Mark Carlson, the crew chief, says no swing.
Full count. Giants with 5 runs in the first. And we're not about to say that that settled it, but they have added on in the fourth, and they lead 8-1.
I think they have really done lately is score early in games.
There's a walk.
That's such a good habit to get into as an offense.
Third walk issued by Padre pitching tonight, and the first one since the first inning. Actually, the first one since the second inning. Fourth walk issued. Here's Crawford. Crawford takes a strike. 0 for 2 with a walk. Pretty good pitch, called a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody playing third. It's Tatis on the left side, and that's it. Crawford lines one to left. He's got a hit, and it squirts past the diving Pham, and on the move is Wade, and Wade will drop anchor at third. Double for Crawford.
Now Tommy Pham, I mean, he decided to do or die. Once you make a commitment to try and catch this ball, if you get caught in between, it becomes a very difficult ball to block. Short, can't handle a 1-hop. So a nice job really from Trent Grisham to prevent the run from scoring. But a nice opposite gap approach for Crawford. He'll be happy with that at bat.
So now Longoria will hit. Longoria, a 3-run home run in the first inning.
What a 4 home runs the Giants hit off of starter Yu Darvish in this game.
All right, what's going on here?
You call the balk.
Is he asking him whether he's going to pitch out of the stretch or not? I think he is. You have to declare.
It's a rule that got put into effect 4 years ago, where you can pitch out of the stretch with a windup, but you have to let the umpires know that. The reason for that is guys have had, you know, once the old rule was in effect, they could go into a windup and stop and call it a step into their stretch, which would hang runners out. Well, they designed this rule to prevent that.
Oh, and 1 to Longoria. One ball and 1 strike. RBI opportunities for the Giants' third baseman.
You know, it's one thing that nobody ever openly says it in the clubhouse. When you're a winning team, you don't talk about salary drives when you're a winning team.
Little jam shot, base hit. Crawford will stop at third, but coming in is Wade. It's 9-1. Longoria will take it.
Lamet throws a fastball. It gets in tight. I mean, that ball's hit right off the label. But Longoria strong enough. Throw it out over the heads of the infielder. Frazier had no chance.
There's Yastrzemski.
Hit his 23rd tonight.
And a strike, and it's 0-1. Swing. He might have got a piece, and it's 0-2. Curt Casali is on deck. Got him.
It's that good hard slider we're talking about, Lamet. Back foots him with a 0-2 advantage. It's very explosive late breaking.
RBI guys hate this though, Mike.
Now you have a runner at third base with nobody out, and you don't cash it in. You definitely are having a word with yourself.
Casali 1 for 3. Takes a strike. Steven Duggar is in the on deck circle. Giants runners at the corners with 1 out. Swing and a miss, 1-2. So good pitches to Longoria, who blooped a single, and then to Yaz, and now some good pitches to Curt Casali. Got him.
So 2 strikeouts and 2 strikeout situations for Lamet. Here he just reaches back and challenges with a fastball, throws it right by Casali.
So here's Duggar. Duggar had a great series in Denver. Awesome.
He really did. I mean, he was a difference maker in 2 of those games.
Yeah, they certainly don't sweep the Rockies without Duggar.
They do not. But I mean, he really had a great series with the bat. He's the kind of guy in Denver that can help you win games if he doesn't get a hit because of his defense in that ballpark.
Looks at a strike.
But I love it. You know, he got sent down and he was in Sacramento, and he didn't really deserve to get sent down. It was a numbers thing. So he goes down and he kept working. He kept saying, I'm going to make a difference. They're going to call me back. I'm going to be ready. Sure enough, he gets the call back at Coors Field and he puts on a show. Giants sweep that series. It's the first time that the Rockies have been swept at home all year.
Lifts this one into left field. Coming in is Pham. And that'll end the inning. So we will head to the 9th. Giants had a run. It's 9-1. Giants with a 9-1 lead as we go to the 9th inning. Castro stays out to go after the last 3 outs in this game, and it'll be Eric Hosmer who's going to lead things off. Hosmer is 1 for 2. Leon, Garcia, Littell, Alvarez, Duvall, and Castro. And there's a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Down low. Tommy Pham and then Will Myers. Inside to Hosmer, who drew a walk in the 4th. Swinging a little flare to right. Yastrzemski coming in, and it's going to fall. So a hit to open up the top of the 9th.
You see a big swing from Hosmer. When you run a ball in on his hands, I mean, he fights it off, and it's really a tough read for an outfielder, because you see the big swing and you see contact and you think you're going to get a ball that's going to hit to you or over your head, when in fact it falls short. Guys with big swings like that, they bloop them. They're tough to read.
Pham takes high. Pham is 0 for 3. Pham hits a high, deep drive into center field. Duggar at the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch.
Oh, man.
Pham can't believe it. Neither can I, for that matter.
Well, Calvin Castro tips his cap to Steven Duggar.
I mean, that had every sound in flight path to be a home run.
Not quite enough. Duggar reaching back for the wall. Room to spare.
Here's Myers. Myers takes a strike. Myers 2 strikeouts and a single to right field. Swinging a high fly ball to deep right. Moving back is Yastrzemski. He's going to play it off the bricks. It bounces way past Yastrzemski. Holding up at third will be Hosmer. And it'll be a high double off the wall for Myers.
I was watching Yastrzemski play this wall, and he knows this wall better than anybody. And he sees this ball, and he takes off thinking he may have a chance, and then there comes that point in time where he realizes, nah, I don't have enough room. Now you start backing off, and it just hits the bricks that sort of angles it out past Yastrzemski. He was expecting this thing to hit on the other side of that little seam, so he got a bounce off the wall he wasn't quite expecting, but still nice at bat opposite field from Myers.
So here's Caratini. Almost to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes. Very high again. 2-0. The 2-0. Swinging a rocket foul to make it 2 balls and 1 strike.
When you think about it, I mean, Castro really hasn't been able to show the Padres that he can throw that breaking ball for a strike. I mean, it's a good breaking ball, but if you can't throw it for a strike, they're not even thinking about it. They're up there looking for one thing, and that's gas.
Out of play.
And, you know, I don't care how good your fastball is. They keep seeing one speed. They're going to be able to make the adjustment to it. And we've seen some loud contact in this inning.
And it's high, 3-2. If you're thinking about the bullpen, think about a really quiet bullpen.
Yeah, there's nobody up. Giants want him to finish this game. He's the 6th pitcher that the Giants have used tonight on this bullpen game.
Should be playable for Longoria, who now gets there and he puts it away. 2 down here in the 9th. So Ha-Sung Kim is going to pinch hit. I mentioned earlier 21,078 watching the Giants trying to clinch a playoff spot.
Well, they're all feeling it now. They're on their feet.
Swing. You're gonna miss. You know, Castro would like to finish it off with a strikeout.
Yes, he would.
And it's high. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 run on 7 hits for San Diego. 9 runs on 8 hits for the Giants. Swinging a foul. 1-2.
All smiles in that dugout. 1 strike away from the playoffs.
Out of play. 1-2.
And Castro is just reaching back, throwing number 1.
Well, he's thrown it 33 times.
I think 2 of them have been breaking balls, and both of them bounced in the dirt.
I think you're right. Down low. 2-2. So this crowd is wound up, I got to tell you.
Oh yeah, they're proud of this club. It's a team that nobody back in March spring training thought had a chance to get to the playoffs this year. It's consensus around the game that this was going to be a team that would win 72 games. Every month that they had a good month, writers were saying it can't last. It won't last. And yet here they are, best record in baseball, 1 strike away from assuring their place in the playoffs.
Got him. And that's the ball game. And for the Giants, they are headed to postseason for the first time since 2016, and a big hearty congratulations. I see Brad Grimm's rolling out something. Are those t-shirts, hats?
The plastic has been hung in the Giants clubhouse. The champagne has been iced. And they will have a celebration tonight. The earliest clinch in franchise history. And congratulations to that man right there, Gabe Kapler and his staff. What a job they've done this year with this club. And boy, have they responded.
You just said about 10 minutes ago, anywhere between 72 to 75 was the number of wins that everybody thought the Giants would come up with this year. Well, they now have 94 with 18 left to play. 94. So you say it couldn't be done?
Every time somebody would write an article saying that this is a team that can't do it, they just filed it away and just kind of put it on that chip that was on their shoulder. And by the time they got to September, that chip was pretty big. They want to prove a lot of people wrong, and that is really their motivation. Alyssa Nacken, Nick Ortiz, the coaches really have to celebrate Ron Wotus his last year. He's announced his retirement. And what do? They send him to the playoffs.
It is a night for hugs. Absolutely. And there's Johnny Cueto.
Logan Webb, Kevin Gosman. What a job those guys have done this year. James Uro's right there. Brad Grimm's handing out t-shirts and hats. Yeah, Brad getting a big hug from Casale.
I've always said he who hands out t-shirts gets the biggest hugs.
Well, deservedly. Built for October, and indeed they prove it tonight.
We might be seeing the build for October for a while. I mean, what are we looking at? We're looking at it's September 13th.
And just, a feeling of accomplishment, but I mean, they realize that the main goal is to win the division.
Well, if there's ever a sign whether there's going to be a celebration, when you wear the goggles outdoors.
Yeah, the goggles are coming out. You know what? I mean, in this game, celebrate everything. And they will do that tonight. And congratulations again to Gabe Kapler and his staff. Wow, what a job they've done. Congratulations to Farhan Zaidi and Scott Harris.
Yeah, their fingerprints are all over this, aren't they? It's hard to get that many people wearing the same shirt, I got to tell you, but not tonight.
It doesn't happen very often, but it does on Celebrate night. Well, they'll all tell you, work to do. And that man right there, what a year he's had. The resurgence of Buster Posey, missed all of last year because of COVID.
Leone's got the dress code, man. Dominic Leone, who started this game. So this right here, folks, is for two groups. It's for the fans, and it's for the group that's going to congregate on the mound. That's who it's for.
Well, it's a great picture. And every one of those guys will tell you it's a wonderful accomplishment, but it's not enough. They want more. The earliest clinch in franchise history, September 13th. And for the first time since 2016, they can call themselves a playoff team.
I don't know, Mike. I saw 94 wins on this date. I really did.
Yeah, you called it.
So this will head inside, where it'll be a private celebration.
Taira Uematsu. Been here a long time.
Hey, there's Cheese.
Matt Chisholm, our PR director.
Matt Chisholm, an old intern that turned in to be the boss.
Logan Webb. This will be his first celebration as a big leaguer. First for a lot of these guys.
At our age, it's much easier going down.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You see the same thing I see when we see that rail in the middle. You see Tim Lincecum.
Well, see those little pieces of metal there? Those are the anti-Lincecum slide pieces of metal.
All right, we got Gabe Kapler. Gabe, lots to go yet in this season, but you're going to celebrate and enjoy this one, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I think it's totally fine to take a step back and recognize that we accomplished something special. So I've got a pretty strong echo in my ears, but I hope that's coming out right.
No, you're coming in loud and clear. And look, this has been a group where nobody thought the Giants were going to win this many games or clinch this early. But you have to be as happy as a man could possibly be right now.
I'm really pleased with the performance of our group, and more than anything else, I'm just so proud of them and their preparation, their process on a regular basis. It's a group that's very tight, very unselfish, and that's why we're here.
Well, let's talk about this. I mean, it seemed to me that every time somebody said that this couldn't be done, you guys got that little chip on your shoulder got a little bit bigger. Did you use that to motivate these guys?
I think the players have led the way the whole way. Even from spring training, they set out and said that they wanted to win this division. And we were just here to support them. We've got a long way to go and a lot of work to do. But what they've accomplished thus far is definitely worth celebrating tonight.
So you're going to go back in the clubhouse and you're going to tell them, let her rip, have some fun tonight.
I'm just going to support whatever they want to do. They want to celebrate. I'm certainly behind them. We'll be celebrating right along with them. And
I guess also, Gabe, you got 3 veteran guys in there that have done this before that I'm sure some of the younger guys will watch.
That's a great place to start. Is watching how Craw and Pose and the captain Brandon Belt and some other veterans do it, and we just kind of take cues from them.
All right.
One of the things you get to do tonight, I mean, one of the perks about winning a championship or qualifying for the playoffs in San Francisco is you're so close to wine country. So once you celebrate with that, it's going to be pretty good.
There's going to be plenty of wine in the clubhouse, I'm sure. And for guys like Tyler Rogers, some Bud Light. For me personally, I got some scotch ready. So I'm going to go enjoy it, and we'll toast to you guys.
All right. Well, look, I'm sure you're very excited to get back into the clubhouse. And toasting to us is a great thing, but we certainly would like to toast to your group. It's been a great group to watch. It really has.
Great. Glad to be here with you guys doing this.
All right. Thanks, Gabe.
All right. Talk soon.
Great job. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hey, the boss. You think he's happy?
Larry Bear's happy tonight. Greg Johnson, happy tonight. Rob Dean, happy tonight. Every investor, every owner, happy tonight. All the Giants fans have really enjoyed this team. And a lot of people have called them overachievers, but the coaching staff, the manager, Farhan Zaidi, Scott Harris, they don't say they're overachievers. They say they're doing what they should be doing.
As I mentioned earlier, and so did you, those two right there, Farhan and Scott, fingerprints all over this.
Oh, totally. Totally.
That would have been a really good spot right there for Gabe to talk about an extension.
Well, and Farhan for that matter. Scott, throw him in there too. Yeah. Keep these guys around for a long time. The job they've done,
you
wow.
catch Larry in a good mood. It's how we got our extensions over the years. Find out when the boss is in a good mood and go after him. But, hey, I don't know what else I can say about a team that's won 94 games and it's September 13th.
And
well, the Giants are clinched their spot in the playoffs, and coming up we'll have interviews and much more from Oracle Park. The Murph handing out hugs. So stay with us. This Giants postgame live presented by Toyota starts right now.
Really proud of this group. I think, you know, at start of spring training to ourselves, we set out obviously to make the postseason, and we had, you know, another goal in mind, which is still out there for the rest of the year. We know we've got our work cut out for us with, you know, the division, but I'm really proud of what we've accomplished. I mean, as far as regular season teams go, for me, this is number one. I mean, with the way we played this year from start to finish has been nothing like I've been a part of. Yeah, I mean, as you guys know from playing the game a long time and calling the game for a long time now, I mean, I think the game's constantly changing and evolving, and those teams in 10, 12, 14, 16 were great teams, and this team's right there with them. And I mean, it's been pretty well documented how the game has changed over the last 5 to 7 years, and I think this group has done a nice job of adjusting to it, with some veteran players making adjustments, and as well as some new guys coming in and you know, playing the game the way that really it has to be played now. You know, I mean, it's just I think today's a perfect example of us, right? We used a bunch of bullpen guys and only gave up 1 run, and that's effective now.
Going into spring training, obviously the goal is to make the postseason. So, you know, we hit that step, and you know, now the goal is to win the division. We're celebrating because, I mean, it is an accomplishment to get to the postseason. I think you know, the young guys who maybe haven't been in this position before can kind of look to myself or Buster or Belt and just kind of see that kind of relaxed, calm attitude that a lot of us bring, and maybe it'll help them you know, get through these big situations and not put too much pressure on themselves or anything like that.
They've definitely worked their tails off. You know, I think it comes through, you know, when you watch the game. I mean, obviously you don't know the work that they put in when you're watching as a fan or as a broadcaster, but I mean, tonight's a perfect example of just having a really good plan going into the game against Darvish, and just being able to execute it, and the collective group effort from the coaching staff has paid dividends for us, you know, night in and night out. From the beginning, we had meetings in spring training, and there was just a ton of belief that we had the ability to play the way that we've been playing, and be where we are at this point of the season. And like I said, there's still a ton left to accomplish, but tonight has been, you know, pretty special for me, pretty special for the guys in there, and we're definitely going to enjoy it.
You know, I'd say it's probably more fun for me now. You know, the first few times, or the first time you go through it, you're kind of in a daze, I guess. Everything's a little overwhelming, but now I get to kind of sit back and watch everybody enjoy this. And you know, there's a lot of guys in there that have never been to the playoffs in the big leagues, so it's a special moment, and it's awesome to watch them go through it.
I'm really pleased with the performance of our group, and more than anything else, I'm just so proud of them and their preparation, their process on a regular basis. It's a group that's very tight, very unselfish, and that's why we're here. I think the players have led the way the whole way. Even from spring training, they set out and said that they wanted to win this division, and we were just here to support them. We've got a long way to go and a lot of work to do, but what they've accomplished thus far is definitely worth celebrating tonight.